Mathris are a widely popular snack in Indian homes. I love mathris. Do you? And if you love mathris, if you love the traditional mathris that are made with maida, then I have a healthier alternative for you. Here's presenting a baked matri recipe with whole wheat flour, semolina and besan that tastes just like the real thing. So let's get started with the recipe. Boil 1/4 cup of water. Keep the heat on and then add 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter. If you don't want to use ghee, you can use oil instead. Then add half teaspoon of salt and ajwain or carom seeds. Let it come to a boil, and whenever you are using any spices like ajwain, jeera or even kasuri methi, then make sure to rub with hands. That releases flavor and makes the spice even more aromatic. After boiling for a couple of minutes, add 2 tablespoons of suji or semolina. Continue to cook on medium flame. Then add 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour or besan and continue to cook, and next add half cup of whole wheat flour and turn off the flame. Now start mixing. I always use a spoon because it's extremely hot, so you have got to be very careful. You don't want to burn your hands in the process of making a baked mathri, and this process gives me excellent results all the time. So this is my go-to way to make any Indian snacks healthier. Cover for 10 to 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes we are ready for the next step. However, it will look a little dry, so always use wet hands to gather into dough if it looks dry. You may sprinkle little drops of water, a few drops of water if it looks too dry, but don't be tempted to add a lot of water, otherwise that will make your cookies or matris soggy, and we don't want that to happen. We love crispy crunchy matris, and that is exactly what this recipe will give you even in the baked process. So just gather into dough and then take lime sized balls. First I decided to flatten it with a rolling pin, and then I felt that I can get better results by doing this process. Just flattening with hands, making real original matri shapes with hands. Just continue to press and make sure they are not too thick. Just keep them the size of cookies, the thickness of cookies. Now at this stage, preheat your oven, air fryer, OTG convection to 160 degrees for 10 minutes. And as always, air fryer can be preheated for 5 minutes only. And this is a mathri recipe in air fryer by Ravneet Bhalla. So do try out this recipe and do share your feedback with me. I would love to hear back on this recipe, and also if you have any other ideas or any request for a gluten-free mathri recipe, I'll come up with one if you really want it. Now bake for 12 to 15 minutes at 160 degrees. I baked for 12 minutes and I thought that they were perfect for munching. However, if you want a typical matri golden brown color, then you can bake for 15 to 16 minutes for color at 160 degrees. Mine looked white, however they were crispy and yum. But if you want them to have a slightly golden tint, then bake them longer. They were perfect, and at this stage they are perfect munchies for little kids. However, if you want to make them for elders, you may want to bake them a little longer. So I hope you like this recipe of baked matri. If you do, please like, share and subscribe.